Hello everyone, and welcome to my Coronation Street official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Daisy from Coronation Street announces her love for Daniel before Bethany receives news. In Coronation Street, Daisy Midgley has professed her love for her ex-boyfriend Daniel Osborne. Ryan Connor broke up with Daisy last week because he knew she was still in love with Daniel. Daisy eventually said Ryan was right to suspect the worst, even though she still insisted she loved him. The couple's tale was entwined with circumstances that drastically altered Bethany Platt, Daniel's current girlfriend. In Monday's program, Daniel learned that Daisy and Ryan were no longer together, so he stopped by the Rovers to see how she was doing. Daisy seized the chance to express her true feelings. Daisy reminded Daniel, "It can't be that earth-shattering. Daniel, we were going to get married." Despite Bethany's persistent calls, Daniel chose to talk things out with Daisy rather than respond to her messages. "I understand that feelings don't go away, but they do change," he said. "I apologize. I'm currently with Bethany." Daisy put on a brave front and reassured Daniel that everything would be all right when others began to show up for a drink. "I'm not that bad." After Bethany's trip to Turkey, Daniel later received a call from an unknown number, informing him that she was in critical condition. Sarah Platt was informed by Daniel that they had to leave right away for Turkey. Sarah began packing, only to discover that her passport had expired and she was unable to travel. Daniel left Sarah to be comforted by Audrey and made his way to the airport. Daisy heard Carla in the bar trying to console Sarah. Sarah said that the hospital had alerted Daniel about the issue, and Daisy immediately shot back, saying he'd turned down several calls from Bethany earlier in the day. After a botched liposuction procedure, Daniel was able to reach the hospital and informed Sarah that Bethany had developed sepsis. In this ongoing plot, the soap has previously stated that Bethany's health problem will have a profound impact on her life. Betsy admits something significant. Betsy sobs to Carla and acknowledges that she has done something truly terrible. Betsy tells Lisa everything when she gets to the factory, and Lisa tells her they have to head to the police station. How did Betsy behave? At the hospital, Dee Dee goes with Lauren to a social worker's appointment where she is informed that she will need to be closely watched because she is still being investigated for her attempted abortion. In another scene, Ryan tells Daisy that he wants to spend more time with her and that moving in will solve their issue. Ryan then tells Daisy that it's clear she still loves Daniel when she refuses to commit. Could Daisy and Ryan's story end here? Moreover, Hope uses her vape pen in the school hallway and disregards Jack and Sam's advice about the risks associated with vaping. As Hope begs Cassie not to grass her up, Cassie discovers a vape pen in her backpack. Will Cassie make the right decision? When Summer finally calls at number 5, she pulls things in a garbage bag. But when Gemma takes out his favorite t-shirt, Summer finds it all too much and leaves. Kimberly Hart Simpson, star of Corey, reveals her short hair transformation. Kimberly Hart Simpson, a Coronation Street star, has revealed a brief hair makeover. The actor, who portrayed Nikki Wheatley in the ITV serial opera, debuted her new shoulder-length bob on Instagram. She had previously worn long blonde hair. She captioned the video, "Chop chop, new hair," and included a behind-the-scenes photo of a hairstylist cutting her hair. A spontaneous bob from the finest. What are our thoughts? As soon as possible, fans expressed their admiration for the shorter haircut in the comments area. One wrote, "Really suits you, love it. I adore it. I've been dying to do the same thing, but I'm too afraid." Another said, "You look amazing and you're reminding me of it, haha." And a third said, "I really like your new hairstyle. You look stunning." In June 2020, Hart Simpson made her Coronation Street debut as Daniel Osborne's possible love interest after his wife Sinead passed away tragically the year before. In March 2022, Nikki went back to the cobbles after submitting an application to work as a teaching assistant at Daniel's Weatherfield school. Daniel's ex-girlfriend Daisy Midgley, who was envious of the couple's bond, became tense with her reappearance. Nikki was brought back earlier this year to support Daniel during his investigation into Lauren Bolton's abduction. Hart Simpson said in a May interview with The Mirror that returning to Corey was a easy yes. Getting on the show has been an arduous task. Over the years, I tried for a lot of roles, including that of shopper number 2. Rejection for something you truly want weighs heavily. Thus, it was a simple yes when I asked to return, she said. There was no exit plot when Nikki was last there. She was just taken off at home in a taxi. I thus assumed that she had gone to have a drink. Corey was never done in my head. It was just she said in closing. I was therefore going to always say yes when they asked me to return with this plot. In a significant new plot, a Coronation Street celebrity confesses Bethany's culpability. Star of Coronation Street Lucy Fallon has disclosed that Bethany Platt's new plotline will cause her to feel guilty. After a botched liposuction procedure in Turkey, the character, who returned to Weatherfield last year, will see a transformation in her life. Bethany will be admitted to the hospital after developing sepsis. I don't think Bethany had any intention to get liposuction at all. I think it was a spur-of-the-moment decision, said Fallon, who made her screen debut as Bethany in 2015. Fallon also provided an explanation for her character's decision-making in the plot. I do believe it was something she just decided once out there, which she will forever regret. I also think she may have been talked into it when she went out there, the travel insurance provider said. She did not state she was having liposuction or any type of surgery. I believe that Bethany has always had very poor self-esteem and confidence, especially in light of all that transpired with Nathan and the grooming narrative. I believe she's always had it in her to do something like this because of her insecurities. Additionally, she can't stop comparing herself to Daisy and has been feeling especially depressed since she speculated that Daniel could choose to be with Daisy rather than her. I believe she didn't realize the risk she was taking, but she wanted to do something that would eventually give her more confidence. She initially feels ashamed and anxious about having an intimate relationship, and in reality, it has made her feel even more uncomfortable than she has ever felt. Since Daniel is a very encouraging partner, I believe that despite his best efforts to uplift and support Bethany, she will eventually just push him away due to her fears. After her hospital stay, Bethany will receive a stoma bag. The plot will have financial consequences for the whole Platt family because Bethany failed to disclose the procedure on her trip insurance form. Fallon predicted that Becky would feel a great deal of remorse because she had not only negatively impacted her own life, but also the lives of those around her. She will take it really badly because obviously it wasn't her intention to get the surgery in the first place, Fallon said. She's going to think the world is ending because the Platts are under pressure to raise the money necessary to cover her medical expenses and return her home. Bethany is deeply ashamed and embarrassed about what she did and caused suffering for everyone. I believe Bethany won't want anyone to be aware of her circumstances or how she came to be in possession of the stoma bag. She clearly believes that everything is her fault, which is true, but she was obviously unaware that this would occur and go horribly wrong, which is why she feels ashamed. Fallon, who made her soap opera comeback after a 3-year hiatus, also discussed the plot from a wider perspective, focusing on her scene preparation and the producer's cooperation with Colostomy UK. Before filming the storyline, she noted, I knew a little bit about stomas because I had seen more and more people talk about it on TV and social media.